So here, Manmeet. So at our Willesden Temple youth group, we sort of hold presentations and workshops every Friday based on monthly themes. The theme we had running was mind, body, and soul. And a few of us from the temple group were at BNI, so we asked Manmeet if she'd be interested in delivering a workshop. So Manmeet obliged, and she delivered an amazing session. And there were a lot of positives to speak about, but there was a couple I wanted to highlight. So firstly, we actually had a young girl who I spoke to at the youth group who was present for Manmeet's workshop. So she generally struggled to find a place at the temple, even at home, at school, and even when she was working part-time. So when I spoke to her, she didn't give me much details. She did say that it must have been written in the stars for her to have attended that day, because she didn't actually want to come to the temple that evening. But she just had a change of heart, thought, let me just turn up anyway. She then said to me that that day opened my eyes, because everything Manmeet talked about resonated with me, and she began to apply the knowledge she had learned from the session. She did say a big part of her life was when her father left their family when she was young, and she's always struggled to deal with it, and she used it as a reason to kind of stunt her development. So after Manmeet's presentation, she realized there's a whole new different way of thinking, and it's kind of changed her life for the better, but it also allowed her to deal with problems that she faces in a positive manner. Secondly, the other thing I wanted to highlight was after Manmeet's presentation, she left a bit of aftermath behind her. But she began to break down a taboo topic within our community, which was mental health. So after the workshop for the last year, there's been a real great active approach and learning about mental health at our temple. Many of our youth have actually been silently going through a lot of problems, such as postpartum depression and even having suicidal thoughts. But just to name a few. But as a temple and as a youth group now, we have become more aware, and we're actually starting to help those who have been suffering alone, and to those who might not have had a voice, but more importantly, we're able to help ourselves. It's a long and difficult journey breaking down the barriers in our community, but Manmeet actually helped the youth of our temple take the first step, and for that we'll be forever grateful. So Manmeet, we consider you as a blessing that came to our temple, and we have no doubts that we'll be working together in the future again. So on behalf of the youth group from the Swaminarayan Temple in Willesden, thank you.